Entrepreneurs Organizations is just the only peer-to-peer network. And its purpose is really to transform entrepreneurs and hopefully to transform the world. The way we learn in the organization is through our peers, listening to their stories, their experiences, and that is very, very valuable. And it's something that I really, really love about this organization. I'm Lisette Laos Velasco. I am the chairman and CEO of the Laos Group of Companies, and I'm the current chapter president of EO Philippines. The Entrepreneurs Organization was established in 1987, and it was founded by a group of entrepreneurs in the US. Through the years, it has grown into 207 chapters worldwide, representing 10 regions. In the Philippines, we were established in 1995. Through an entrepreneur who is still actually with us. His name is Toti Torralba. He was the one who actually applied for Philippines to be part of the Entrepreneurs Organization. Since then, from a group of a small number of entrepreneurs, we've now grown to 213 members. And 24% are women, 11% who are under 35 years old. I think in an organization there's a qualification, but I guess it's more the shared values because we really are high on those values and we hold them dearly and we respect them. Through the years, the core values of the organizations have changed. They've been improved. So this year, our core values are trust and respect, think big, be bold, thirst for learning, and the last one is together we grow. But in the Philippines, of course, we kept the value cool because we still feel that Filipinos are cool. I don't see anyone who has been intimidated with the values. In fact, I feel it resonates with any entrepreneurs. In fact, when you are in EO, everywhere you go around the world, when you know you are from the Entrepreneurs Organization, you have that instant connection.
It's an organization made by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. It's not about who you are, it's not about who you meet, but rather it's how the organization can actually help its members achieve their fullest potential. While in other organizations, it's about what you take, right? We have this paradigm to maximize your experience. You need to keep on taking. In EO, it's about giving. It's about giving of yourself, it's giving of your time. And that's how you'll really feel the impact of EO.
I think what makes EO different, in one word for me, is actually vulnerability. What allows this to happen is people actually get to talk about things that they don't know or things that they're challenged with that they don't really have an answer yet, which is great because other people might have gone through it and therefore they can share what happened to them. And it's this vulnerability that allows a lot of learning to happen rather than trying to show that, oh, I know it all, which is really not the case anyway.
What I like about Entrepreneurs Organization is that everyone is treated as equal. No matter how small or how big your company is, you are treated as equal and the learnings that you get from it is superb.
The organization has grown, well, I believe, multiple times. We are now involved in so many more activities and different types of industries as well.
I'm very proud, I think, that again, going back to who we are as an organization, our values and our soul, it's still intact.
I think malaki pa ang growth ng EO in the Philippines kasi we're one of the most active actually chapters in the whole world. And I think marami pa pwedeng matulungan na fellow entrepreneurs in the Philippines to help them in their business and also sa buhay nila in general.
The main focus of the organization to grow in the future, in my opinion, is relevance. When I say relevance, it means being relevant in trying to help grow entrepreneurship in this country. The country, the Philippines, is changing just as the whole world, and EO needs to adapt to that and look for the gaps in our business sectors.
Being a global organization, I think it will even move further than where it is today. We also have our regular learning events. We make sure we get the best speakers that we can get, both locally, regionally, and globally. In fact, this pandemic has not stopped us. It even gave us an opportunity to bring in more and better speakers.
One of the programs of EO that has become very successful is the mentorship program. So I've been tapped for that a few times, and what we do is we pair more tenured members with newer members, and then we go through a one-year mentorship program where a mentor helps a mentee in various facets of either their personal, family, or business life. Just this last year, because of the pandemic and all the problems that were happening, and realizing that this is a once-in-a-century episode, we've created an EO think tank to help government come up with policies and programs that will foster entrepreneurship and propose to government what they need to do.
Not only have we focused on the entrepreneur and the members, but in fact, we have expanded to our family members. So we do have programs for SLP, which is our spouses and our life partners. So they get the same experience that we as members get. And this year, for the very first time, we did have a next gen representing the board. The training, the learnings that we get is not only limited to us as members, but we have to also provide that opportunity for our children. We also have activities like what we call the GSEA, the Global Student Entrepreneur Awards. Every year, we look for entrepreneurs who are students, and we actually mentor them and help them go to the finals in the US.
There is also Engage. It's a way for EO as an organization to reach out to communities to achieve sustainable change.
A program called EMP, Entrepreneurs Masters Program. It's a 3-year program. It happens in MIT and Boston. And the big thing for me there is that as a Filipino entrepreneur going to that class, and we were a class of 60 from all over the world, so I learned that being an entrepreneur, we're all the same. We all want to grow. Everybody has things that they don't know. And it just made me feel more confident. It made me feel like, yeah, the Filipino is world class.
When I first joined EO Philippines, I am a different person than what I am today. Probably it's because the exposure I get from the organization. There are a lot of habits that were introduced and I've learned through EO. They call it the 10-10-10. Well, the 10 minutes is when you wake up in the morning, you use up 10 minutes to say your gratitude. The next 10, I read an article that would inspire me. And the last 10 is actually journaling it and resonating with the article that I've read. And it's a habit that I don't want to break because it actually starts my day right.
Everybody knows that it's kind of lonely at the top. You're making decisions that you don't know are going to be right or wrong. You're making decisions that will affect the lives of the employees, the productivity and profitability of the business. So EO being a peer-to-peer organization, we create forums that allow each member to share experiences with each other, and then be able to use that for making the decisions. And this does not only encompass our business side, it's also our personal and family side.
My journey in EO, talking to people, meeting people from all over the country and all over the world, has helped me really think about who am I trying to become? Like where am I headed? And why do I do what I do? Right? And I think this is where profit and purpose come together. I think in EO I learned that I can truly use business as a tool to empower people to live better lives.
Big experience that I've actually had with EO, and that actually wowed me. It was during an event in Hokkaido. We are able to get so much value out of the experience, from the activities, from the learnings because of the speakers, and the overall experience just being in Hokkaido. I already know at that time that I'm in the right organization.
Ang pinaka-enriching in my life really is the mentorship program. So my mentor was Lorraine Bello, and she is the CEO of Wilcon. And she really helped me through the process because we both belong in a family business, and my aspirations is to take our company public in the near future, and she did it for their family business. So talaga nakaka-inspire paano nila hinandle in their family and how it was successful.
So the word that comes to mind for me when I think of EO is actually the word journey. It's the people I meet along the way that will influence my thought. And it's the things that these people share that will influence what I think about. What's great about EO is that it really creates this environment of learning and growing, that anybody who joins is really here not to just say, look, I know so much, but what can I learn?
When I explain it to my friends, kasi they see it from me. They saw that I've changed as a person. I've become more structured, and they see the connections that I make. I tell them it's really an experience wherein if you want to grow, if you want to be better, you join this organization because it can truly help you be better. If you seek to grow, if you seek to learn, EO is a great organization to join.
EO has given me the opportunity to explore what I see myself doing for the next 30 years. As an entrepreneur, it's also inspired me to change the direction of my business. Our new vision statement and our new purpose is upliftment through mobility, where we believe that just by doing what we do, we are able to be the aid of a Filipino to make things better and easier for them.
When I joined EO, I only had one business. So one of my biggest takeaways from EO is that I actually had the confidence and learned that I can have more than one business. I can have multiple businesses because I've seen other people do it.
In business naman, malaking tulong kasi sa EO, there's also an EOS, Entrepreneur Operating System. And we got it for Mega, and it's working fabulously. Our meeting starts on time, ends on time, and we are direct to the point in terms of what the meeting agenda is. And yung mga meetings namin, may actions kaagad afterwards. So it really helped us streamline our meetings, and it also helped us with our vision. Mas naging clear yung vision and purpose ng company namin.
I've never seen such a more vibrant organization that it was today, because people were willing to help, people were willing to be out there, people were sharing their experiences. And in fact, it's not just in the organization. We've done a lot of activities outside helping our frontliners. Members are willing to help each other, and they're willing to help the community in any way they can. I should say more than ever, there are more people who wanted to join the organization, at least here in the Philippines, because I think a lot of members found value, in fact, during this time. And I'm glad, that I'm here. Otherwise, I would have scrambled as well. The others would have scrambled as well. But because we have each other, we hold each other's hand and lift each other up. One way or the other, each one of us has been challenged in our lifetime. And because of that challenge, we saw how the organization has helped us. Never let us down. It never left us.
EO Philippines is celebrating our 25th year. And so, to commemorate that, we've decided to reach out to 25 communities and see how we can help them, mentor them. It's called 25 at 25. The most valuable resource we have as entrepreneurs would be probably our network and our experience. And so, if we can give them just our time every month and talk to these communities on how we can make things better for them, we hope to impact them that way. We had a program before Christmas, and we wanted to spend time with kids. And so we partnered up with this foundation that fulfilled wishes of cancer kids. And so there was this kid, her name's Mariel Zalamenta. And I said, Mariel, what's your wish? And she said, Kuya, gusto ko lang ng libro. And so we granted that wish. 4 months after, I received a letter on social media from this woman who was her mom saying, Kuya Jote, maraming salamat na nag-grant po yung wish ng anak ko. Ikinalulungkot kong sabihin na namatay na po si Mariel. I was floored, like super speechless. Like, how can this be? If you had a wish and you were terminally ill, would you just wish for books? It was just so simple. And right there and then, I said, things have to change. Our definition of impact, our definition of help, our definition of reaching out, it has to change into something more sustainable. And so that was the inspiration of where Engage is now. It was towards the end of my presidency. And then I said, what's a good legacy project? I'd want to leave something to EO right after my term. A few days after, I get a call from Ayala Foundation and say, Jote, would EO be interested in donating greenhouses? Because apparently there's this community of shoemakers and cobblers from Marikina who they were displaced by Typhoon Undoy. They lost everything. And so they had to uproot themselves in Laguna and become farmers. I meet the farmers and I say, it can't be another Mariel. I just don't want to give you those greenhouses. I want to be part of your journey. They're now a credible, official cooperative. And they've given back. That's impact. And I'm hoping that we are able to multiply these stories to more communities with 25 at 25.
EO has a very strong mentorship program until today. I still remain as one of the mentors in EO, and every year I take on a mentee. And then some of these relationships is lifelong. Today I have 9 mentees that I see regularly. And it's a very strong way to stay humble and learn and grow.
What's interesting about EO is it doesn't define success because it acknowledges that each and every one of us would have our own story and each and every one of us would have our own definition. The success metric of EO would really be the impact to its members and how it can help members achieve their fullest potential.
A successful entrepreneur, in my opinion, doesn't mean that you have the biggest net profit. It doesn't mean that you have the biggest number of employees or biggest number of awards. A successful entrepreneur is a happy one. A happy entrepreneur that can serve his or her employees and also make time for his or her family as well, and also positively contribute to society. I think that whole well-roundedness of being an entrepreneur is very important.
We have expanded in the South, so we have a South chapter now because we realize that there's entrepreneurs all over the country and it shouldn't be Metro Manila centric. Other than that, we've also become much more CSR oriented. So through various voluntary activities by the members, we have come out and helped during this crisis.
EO has helped me. Even prior to this pandemic, there are challenges that came to my life, personal life and family, even the business. And I've realized that EO was with me throughout.
Being in EO, again, being surrounded by other people who are going through the same thing, laking bagay yun when you know that you're not alone and that other people are going through it. And by being together, it makes you stronger.
This pandemic is a tsunami that has hit so many of the entrepreneurial class. What we are looking at is to see how we can help government define new policies moving forward that will really cultivate entrepreneurship in the country. In my opinion, the biggest hairy, audacious goal that the Entrepreneurs Philippines can have is to make the Philippines an entrepreneurial powerhouse in ASEAN. We have the people, which is the most important. All we need to do is fine-tune the policies and cultivate the business environment so that our people will take care of that. They will make the businesses grow. You know, like they said, let 100,000 businesses bloom. And that is really going to be the challenge. And I'm hoping that EO Philippines can be part of that big goal.
Being in EO and being exposed to all the other entrepreneurs and all these great opportunities to learn and grow, I think I get a chance to define what being a Filipino means through the work that I do, through the businesses that I create, or through the businesses that we run. And that being a Filipino, there's a lot of dignity that can come with it. Filipinos are some of the most creative, imaginative people in the world. A lot of Filipinos, when they go work overseas as expats, they really shine.
The Filipino spirit and being an entrepreneur, it's just a perfect marriage. You have the Filipino optimism. You have the Filipino resilience. You have the Filipino creativity. You have the Filipino heart. And for me, those are just great elements of what an entrepreneur could be.